Hello, welcome back. Last time I mostly solved one puzzle after having slept on it, and then came to another one that needs the same treatment. Incidentally, am I not almost at the end of the game here? Yeah, so after, what am I in, 6-9? Well, 12-9? Yeah. So after this, there's one more in World 6. Then whatever's here, which I don't understand yet, and then secrets, which I don't understand yet. So we're getting just about done with the normal levels. There's like this one left, one other in World 12, and the access to that, and that's it. Okay. If somehow this went well enough, we could get through all that today. I don't expect that, though.
Transferable skills and burnout-induced dysfunction. Was it too late to try something new?
Okay, so just looking at this from a fresh perspective today. Don't make any assumptions whatsoever, just go from first principles. So, to finish the level I need to be here. To be there, the most straightforward way appears to be to slide from here while this is held. To slide from here while that's held, I need to be here while it's held by something that's not me. The thing that's not me that could most easily hold that is a box that had just been on my head and had slid off. I don't think there's really any other way that's going to happen. Unless... I mean, this won't work, but I just want to look at what the situation is like with this. Okay, sure, I can do that. Basically, if this floor extended one more over that way, I could have this one more over, hide that box, roll right through it and be at the exit, but that's clearly not what's going on here. And more height wouldn't help me. Only more depth. Okay. So right, again. The goal is pretty clearly get a box on my head. That's why this is here. I'm pretty sure. And this very contained, compact mechanism is supposed to somehow get a box on my head. That makes thing disappear. That makes box drop. Just to check. I don't think this will do anything that I care about, but I've done this before, right? I can't quite. I'm gonna get back on that elevator now. Just to see how this box would fall when I was down there. I don't know, that might actually go in my head. Oh, okay. I might have had the wrong goal this whole time. Okay, so let's make a stack first. I think that much is reasonably clear. That is something I do want to do. I will do it like this. Because that puts that in a place where I can do whatever I wish with it. Let's put the elevator up first. How am I trying to do things here? So I can't put the elevator up first. Oh, hold on. Wait, no. No, right, once I step off, I can't get back in the elevator is the issue here. So if I could get on the elevator now, I'm just wondering what would actually happen. Hold up. I've tried this, right? Oh, no, I hadn't. Okay, that was the answer. Okay, I approached it from a whole new angle, and stumbled into what needed to happen. Okay, so thank you, New Day's Perspective. Didn't even look at the hint. Did it 100% on my own. Neat. Okay. Alright, yeah, and that was basically like what I was trying to do, just slightly recontextualized. Powerless.
What did it mean to be close friends in an online world? If someone Fitch knew was going through a difficult time, he wanted to be around to check up on them, to make sure they were okay. But now,
Here?
a friend had gone silent. One who he was only loosely connected to via an anonymized text-based messaging system. If their connection had always been that fragile, were they ever really close at all?
Oh, it was anonymized. That was the detail I missed before. I'm kind of doing a height check here. I see a spot that might work with maybe 5 high. Right, and this is a scraper puzzle of sorts. I don't think I can get this stack where I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to see if there was a stack here and I was on top of it, if I could bump that way. If that wasn't what I was doing, maybe I'd do a similar thing right here. Or I'd have to get inside this block, which I think is much less likely. From this angle, nothing's going to happen. Yes, I think it's pretty definitely either tall stack here with me on top of it, or tall stack here with me on top of it. This way it doesn't have to be as tall. How would I get something there? Well, the general method of getting anything anywhere is scraping here. Okay, so let's try something. First I want the stack as tall as it can get. Is this compatible with my desires? I believe so. Okay. So now I want the tallest stack I can make on my head. I think that would look like this. There we go. Tallest stack I can make is on my head. And I can do all sorts of silly things now, but what I want to do is not the clearest thing in the world, actually. Why would I want this on my head? I would not. No, on my head's not what I desire. Get it back off. Get that back off. Leave it in this state. I want this to be... No, not there. Actually, wouldn't I want it one taller? Hold on. So if I try... What I'm thinking looks approximately like this, but I think it's off by at least one. Yeah, that is off by one. Okay. So what if I stack it all the way and try to push it from below? Is that a thing I can expect to work? Is that here? Yes. Okay. So then I would stand... Well, from this angle it's not. No, see, like I can't stand up high and go this way like that. So that thing gets hidden by this thing. Not sure if that's very meaningful. There's clearly a gap there. Could there appear not to be? Well, there appears not to be now. I don't think this is the angle. I have a suspicion this still involves scraping as it did before. Okay, so let's go back to having... I can go from here. Go back to having that in my head. Which means this. Okay. So with that on my head... Ah, you're still there. Ah. Why is this useful? Oh, could I... Maybe I could phase through this. There's another way I could look like I'm bumping into that without technically actually phasing through it. I don't think so. I don't know which... Like, I can't quite peek down here and see where the level spot is. I don't know which orientation it's expecting me to use here. Okay, so in terms of scraping actions... How did I ever put something on this, I'm wondering? From this angle, I could step on something tall there. I'm now thinking my goal is to get something tall here. Wait, can't I just... No. No, that gets nothing there. What if I were higher? That's an option. Yeah, so my height doesn't have to come from the boxes themselves. This will... Oh. Or does it? Of course, that won't work. I can do this, but the angle is wrong, so therefore I can't do it. Right? What I want to do, at least. Because if I try it like this... Oh, it's still kind of in the right spot, but it's basically like it's down lower. Yay! I don't actually know how I ever got something here. Clearly it happened. There's not really an angle where I can get something on top of that, is there? From this one I could probably find a way. If I had, though, why would that be good for anything? I don't think it would. But okay, I could go on top of it. Again, I don't know if that's good for anything, but let's pretend it could somehow be. I want this... Oh wait, this won't work. The perspective is wrong for it. Yeah, that's next to it, but it knows. Yeah, but from here I can get there. Okay, so this will work. I go there, I get on that, I go here, I go back, and I'm on top. And that doesn't matter at all. Do I have a brown box already up there? Well, how would that help me? No, just standing here is no good. Okay, this one's complicated. I want to see if this shows me... Whoa, this does show me something. So if that was involved with my initial solution... Let's just see what it leads to here. Yeah, so... I was showing the hint because I wanted to be reminded of what I did before. I could also have just looked up video, but that's a lot slower to do. Much more cumbersome. But, like, the information is with me, basically. Like, I don't mind using that. Okay, so that's 5 on my head. Right, 5 on my head rather than scraping to only get 4 on. So this could be relevant, because now I can get something there. That's only one thing, though, and I would need so many more. If a second thing was, I could push a third. Could I do it anyway, somehow? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so that angle doesn't feel like the right one to me. So Somehow it seems more likely I'm going on this thing. Oh, there's a path there, with one thing held. Aha! So I didn't have one thing held before. A walking path, yes. A pushing path, no. Because yeah, so right now I could walk there by doing... oh wait. Not as easy as I thought. I'd have to get on top of this first, then I could go there. Isn't there another easier way? Like I could go through this thing pretty easy with a box on the ground. Okay, I don't know if the get all 5 on my head is involved with this, because I still don't know what I'm trying to do. What are the rules for being inside a block? You can't really do it without rotating already. Because it would have to look like there was a floor I could step on here that is actually in that place, and I can't make that happen. So no. That's not true. No, I've gone through blocks before. So the rule is I have to see the floor without seeing the block. And this, right, this counts as floor. If I can see that without being able to see this, then I could go. Am I sure that's not what I'm doing? Well, there's definitely no opportunity to occlude from this angle. From that angle, no opportunity to occlude or walk. From this angle, doesn't look likely. From this angle, really doesn't look likely. So tall stack here, or slightly, I think that's less tall. Got my fingers on the screen for measurement. I'm having trouble telling. Yeah, I think this is one tile less than that. This is like... Okay, here, I can build a measuring stick. So let's say this is 4 tall. And I stick it in a place where it'll be in line with what I want to measure. Yeah, so diagonal, 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 which in this case is orthogonal. Straight line from here, would put that there and there, that would be perfect. Okay, so 4 tall here. Then I can do the same measurement in this spot. Theoretically. So straight line over here ends up at what is currently my right corner. So if I can do this without changing my perspective... Okay, so this, I think, that appears to be horizontal. From here... Yeah, so that's too tall. Those corners are at the same height. So these corners are at the same height. So 3 tall here, with me on top of it, or 4 tall here, with me on top of it. Which of those seems more plausible? And also to measure, let's see. If that intersects with there, does that make any sense? Top is, no, I guess it'd be here. Okay. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, and I can also just eyeball it here. A stack of 2 here would allow me to stand on it. A stack of 3 would also allow me to stand on it. Stack of 3 is what I need there. Okay, that one looks easier Maybe because it's the shorter of the two stacks. But I have a stack of 4 now, it's just I don't know how to get it here. If it was here, okay, so measure the other thing. If it was there, could I stand on it? I guess I know I can make this move because I already see a brown box sitting on it. That's the way in which the floor is visible. Okay. Anyway. All these subtleties to the rule set. Like, that has to be encoded somewhere in the game's source code. But I get to just infer from what I can observe. And that's fun. So, like, this is a close adjacency to that. But the level is wrong, and if I wanted to be up there and pushing things around... Like, that's actually next to it, and that's using so many of my blocks. Well, now, hang on. Okay, so, right, I wanted to measure one more thing. Could I get on top of a 4 tall thing here? How do I measure that? Right, okay, so see this rhombus shape? Basically take the bottom vertex, transport it up to the top, and see a rhombus shape there. That's an elevation of 1. Same process, elevation of 2. Elevation of 3. Elevation of 4. Yeah, so it would look like this, and I could just step onto it like that. And then be over there. So both of those are perfectly possible. Okay, right, so I wanted to try another thing here. This involves... I don't think it has to involve box sacrifice, does it? Well, let's not worry about that yet. Anyway, I can get up here easily enough. However, I'm not standing next to that right now, which is how I would have to be if I wanted to push something onto here. Like, I need something 3 wide to push things around. Could I get... If I were to work with this spot, let's see. Just have 2 stacked for now. With 2 stacked, what was the idea? Well, I can hide this, but that hides anything I put there. Like this entire sight line is pretty cluttered as it is. And why would that matter? Where I want to push from is... Yeah, this won't work, right? Right. Because it can't see that it has floor here. Or here, actually. I can do this, though. Oh! Okay. Well, there we go. If I need 4 tall there, assuming I can get onto what I'm standing on here, which I think I can, this is actually quite simple. Okay. I just had to see the angle from which it becomes simple. Because not all angles are like that. Okay. So that means I want... Wait. So not that yet. First... Wait. Is this right? Not exactly. I think something's still missing here. I don't think it involves putting something on my head, though. Yeah, okay, I see the issue. Wait, how did I... Ah, no, I'm not seeing the issue. What I want to do is actually this. Here we go. With that there, this goes here. I get on top of it. I can push this entire stack of 4 there. And now all I have to do is step on top of that as I calculated, right here. And I'm done. Assuming this is the right orientation, which it could maybe become? Yes. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm here. Help!
surrounded now by uncertainty, exhaustion, and aimlessness. Johan realized he would need some help, but he no longer had anyone to turn to.
Is this what a therapist is for? I've never actually been to one, so I wouldn't actually know, but that's kind of what it sounds like. So 3 things need to be pressed. There are 3 things. This one brings that over there, and yeah, if that's there... Foosh, foosh, foosh level is done. Okay, sounds straightforward. And all I gotta do is get this over to the other side. Yeah, sounds straightforward. But as soon as I do that, the bridge is out. Okay, so there's this funny extra block that I'm standing on right now that lets me bridge to and from the elevator. Or like go around without it. Do I need to hide that thing away or something? Alright, so let's say step 1 might be put this on here. Step 2... Okay. A lot less clear than step 1. I'm doing this because... I want to hide the... I think if I put this box on here... Actually, can't I do it with this one? Like from here, if I push this way from that perspective, that elevator's hidden. But it still goes down. Yeah, it's revealed here though, like it can see that something's moving onto it, I think is what the issue is, maybe? And I think there's no coming back from that. That is the failure condition. So I need something to go across the elevator without the elevator knowing about it. How's that gonna happen? Okay, a few things. I see that this could go on that block. Yeah, this should be actually quite straightforward. I put that on this block. I escape this situation if I can, yes. Get over here. Bring one of these. Oh, I can't get to the push angle. I can stack this way, but I wanted to stack the other way. Don't think I can stack the other way. And it doesn't help to unswitch this switch right now, right? Can't think of how it would. I do have a third one box thing that I can do something with maybe somehow. There's no way I'm sticking a box down here and then pushing it onto the elevator. Useful as that might be. Are you sure there's no way? Okay, take this vertex, translate it up here, you get a rhombus that looks like that with the top here. Rhombus looks like that with the top here. Okay, hang on. So that's 1, 2, 3. So from this perspective, if I were here with a thing on my head, I could scrape it off and drop it there and then bring it up on the elevator. I would still have 2 things on my head, though. And I don't think there's a way to get them off. 3 box total. These are the helpers. That will help Jan get across the thing he needs to cross. Is there a situation where an occluded elevator can just be walked across like a normal floor? Probably not, because if it's occluded, then I couldn't walk onto it. That's what I keep trying to picture, though. Alternately... No. Yeah, so if that box I had pushed over here wasn't doing anything occlusion-wise, if that worked, this would work too, and the elevator wouldn't move. Because it knows it was able to be seen before. I just can't quite get one of these in a position where I could stack them. Like, if I could bring a 2-stack across and have a third, I could totally unstack it. Not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Can that, like, push or scrape something or something like that? It's just as hard to move this way around as the other way. And there's no stack tall enough. I mean, I can really only build a stack of 2. Is that true? Can I make a stack of 3? I don't want to because I can't unpack a stack of 3. No magic happened there. And again, if elevator has box on it, in this arrangement, that elevator's never moving again. Unless I could hide and show the box, I cannot. There's no way. Okay, but then that makes me think of something. Could I hide the box while it's on the elevator so the elevator wouldn't know it had anything on it? Maybe? Maybe. How would this be? Feels very likely that that's involved, at least at some point. I don't know when, but at some point I do this action. That's not enough to hide a box that's up here. Is that what I want to do? This is also pushing the wrong way, but maybe it could lead to the right way. Right now, elevator's hidden, and if there were a box on top of me, the thing on top of the elevator would be hidden. But I don't think that helps anything. No, this hasn't changed the state of the puzzle at all. I can push here, which is clearly bad, right? I'm pretty sure? Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Let's go back to the idea of stacking things this way. Well, it doesn't sound useful. Could I turn it into something useful somehow? I don't think so, no. I mean, okay, now I can do... Oh, well, you'll just run away from me if I do that. I brought 2 over to this side. I could definitely bring 3. No, I couldn't, because I can't hold this here to stack a third one on it. I can only do 2 at a time. Again, I don't know why I would do these actions. I just note that I can. Yeah, once that's on there, it loses all its mobility. Oh, that didn't move. Okay, so does that mean anything then? There is a perspective. this one, that would allow this to be pressed without that moving. Then I can delay the move until later. Can't see how that would help anything. Yeah, once a box is there, how would that ever come off? It's not going to, no. Alright, am I ready to sleep on this one? Might feel a bit early, but this was a full session as it was. And I sure am not seeing any way to have any new insights here, other than this, of course, but I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, so this is my sleep point for this puzzle. This isn't really something new, but I did see... let's see here. How would this even... Like this. Okay. So then that moves. Bump, 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 very uncomfortably. What am I doing? Nothing useful, because I have to swing the camera all around to make that transfer... I don't actually. No, maybe that's what the elevator is for. Okay, sure. With you hidden, it doesn't do anything at all. It stays there, then I can opt to move it when I want to, but who cares? That's not really helpful at all to me. Bump, 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 bump. Does how uncomfortable that gets mean anything? Feels like something I could... Oh, hang on, one more thing. Another angle I wasn't really looking at this from very much. I can momentarily have all three of these pressed. Does that put you in any place that can affect anything at all? Nothing whatsoever. No. Okay. Okay, gonna sleep on this one, and next time maybe I'll have the insight, and then hopefully we will get to see what is in the endgame, because this is the last, like, normal puzzle. Alright, that's exciting.